Howdy there everybody and welcome to watch the Random Saturday Upload series. And this week on the Random Saturday Upload series we are taking a look at upcoming Switch 2 games. Because I think the last few months there has been like a standalone directs for the games or other showcases that I haven't had the energy or time to react to, so I thought this would be a nice video to do. Just to check out what is coming out and my thoughts on them. What am I excited for? So that was the video idea for this week. I saw somebody on Twitter or X, guy using that, make a similar tier list, but they only had like the major first-party games. I threw some third-party games here as well. So yeah, it's just going to be my excitement level for these, and then I want to hear your thoughts, what you are excited for. And also I haven't checked if I misspelled anything, so don't be too harsh on those. But yeah, let me just start going in order, I guess. Let's see how it goes. The first one is The Adventures of Elliot and something else, I can't remember the full title. It's from the team who has made Off the Path Traveler games and Triangle Strategy. And Live Alive as well. And out of those games I have played Live Alive, I haven't finished it, and Triangle Strategy I'm like 30 hours into that game. I need to finish it desperately. It's a game that I keep constantly thinking about wanting to go back, but it has been like a year or two when I started playing it, so it's very story focused, so I need kind of like a recap on that. If somebody has like a cool let's play series of that, I would be interested. But yeah, all of the games that I have played, I have enjoyed from them, and the rest of them that I haven't, I have only heard good things about them. So whenever they release a game, I'm at least excited to like check it out. This one had a demo, I think it was earlier this year or late last year, like a 1 hour demo, and the best thing I can say about it is that when it ended I was like, no, I want to play more. The gameplay was so fun. I can't say much about the story yet, it didn't really get into the time travel elements yet, at least what I remember. But I was surprised how fun the gameplay was. Like there were like little dungeons or like Zelda shrines that had like movement puzzles. I think there were combat puzzles as well. I really enjoyed those. I enjoyed the, what do you call it? Is it like an action combat system or whatever you call that? I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to learn more about the characters and the world. So yeah, it's definitely a must play for me. So it goes here. Let me also pick up another Square Enix game. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm very excited for this game, but it also scares me. I have now like sped through Final Fantasy VII Remake on the Switch too, when it came out. I enjoyed the story, less so the gameplay. But the pacing was really good, so even though I didn't enjoy the combat and the exploration that much, like the story kept me hooked and I never got bored. And now I have only like 1 hour left. I actually stopped playing. There's like a part where you go through a portal or something, and when I looked into it, I'm like 1 hour and a half away from like finishing the game. And I stopped there and thought I would record the ending, but I haven't gotten to that yet. I don't know if the ending is actually like worthy of a video, because the major story stuff feels like it has already happened. Like they have explained the backstory of the world, what air it is. Less so about Sephiroth. I think there is something to be revealed about him during the last hour. So if somebody wants to see me play through that, I can record that. I can also just play through that on my own. But back to Rebirth. What I have heard about this game, the first game is like, I think I'm going to be under 20 hours, possibly, I think. This game is meant to be 70 hours. I don't have that sort of time. Or I have it, but it will take me the rest of the year when it comes out. And what I have also heard is that the pacing in it isn't as good as in 7 Remake. It's more like there's more exploration and side quests and grinding, which doesn't excite me that much, but I'm also like excited to see more of that world and continue the story. I don't know what I'm going to do with this game. One thing that is going for it as well is that it has a reasonable price. I think it's like 50 euros. So I'm between these two. I'm excited for it. I'm not completely sure if I get it. That's what this category kind of is. I'm excited for it. Whether I will get it depends on if I have time for it or other games are releasing that month. So yeah, it can go there. Also, the ending of the 7 Remake can change how I feel about that too. That's also true. I think next we can jump to another RPG that is actually releasing today. I have played a bit of the demo so far. I haven't completed, but I heard the demo is actually quite long. And my thinking was, if I want to buy this game, I first need to play through the demo. And then I can buy the game, and I haven't had the time to play the demo because I have been playing Pokopia like almost like a addiction. But what I heard about these reviews for this game is that the story is really good, and especially like the final chapter and ending, which has made me much more hyped for it than that I was previously. Like when this got announced, I was really hyped for it. It looked really interesting, like more mature than the previous games. The art style was, you could compare it to Zelda, especially like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And then more if I saw it, I got always like a little bit less excited and less excited. And when I played the demo, it doesn't run the best on the Switch too. It doesn't look the best, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look... If I compare it to Final Fantasy VII Remake, Pokopia, you can notice the frame rate is a little bit down, and also you can feel the frame rate isn't as smooth as it could be. So after what I played of the demo, I was kind of like, do I really want to play more? I don't know, the story seems really cool and it's very cinematic. But then again, I don't know if I will like the gameplay. I wasn't that excited based on the demo. So I had mixed feelings for it, but now that the reviews are in, and they were really positive, I think it's going to this category. I think I will get it later on this month if I finish Pokopia fast. And one of my rules for it was as well that I need to beat Final Fantasy VII Remake before I buy any other RPGs. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I've been on a journey through its marketing. Then next game we can draw little connections again between the publisher. So Capcom publishing Monster Hunter 3 and Pragmata. This game, I see a lot of hype for this online. And what I have seen of the trailers, I'm not that excited. Like the hacking part or whatever you call it, to me it seems like it's like interrupting with the gameplay and something that could be exciting in the beginning, but will get like repetitive and annoying through closer to the end. And the story, what I have seen so far, the setting, it's not that interesting to me. But on the other hand, it has previewed really well. And when the reviews come in, if they praise the story, I might give it a go. It's maybe on sale, but it's like barely hanging on to me not being interested in it. It's not going into here because we have seen so much of it already. There is a demo for it that I'm kind of tempted to give it a go, but at the moment my Switch has no room because it has Final Fantasy VII Remake and that is like 100 gigabytes. Maybe at some point I play the demo and it will change my mind. I'll have to see. Let's go with something similarly underwhelming. What was the name of this even? Super Mario Wonder and the Meeting Bell Park or something like that. This could have been exciting for me, if I could decide what the Switch 2 edition for this was, it would be just adding like 1 or 2 single player worlds to that game. But this is focusing more on the multiplayer aspect. And like part of the game modes, there is single player stuff in it, but it doesn't seem to be the focus of the game. I have to see how the reviews go. I did enjoy the base game a lot. Probably my favorite Mario game. But at the moment I'm a bit iffy on it as well. I guess I can keep my focus on Nintendo games next. I can actually... Let's go with Yoshi first, because it had not a showcase but a video this week that explained the gameplay more. When this was first showcased, it looked like the previous Yoshi games before this, Crafted World and something about Youngs was the first game. Where those games I think were a little bit more focused on the art style, and the gameplay was, especially with the Crafted World, was quite easy. And I thought this game would be the same case. It has a really cool art style, but the first reveal of it, it made seem like it's aligned with the easier, quite simple gameplay. But the video this week that they showcased actually has made me change my mind. It seems like they are trying some unique things with the gameplay. It's more about you going into levels and learning things about the NPCs, enemies, or I guess friendly creatures. You learn how they work, you learn how they interact with different stuff. And I think that was quite a unique spin for the game. I don't think it makes me interested in it, but I respect that it's trying something different with the gameplay. But I think it goes to the not interested pile. If it has another good showing that makes me a little bit more interested again, I might get it on sale. Then there's another Nintendo first party game that I was not that interested in the beginning. I have heard a lot of things about the original Tomodachi Life game on the 3DS or DS. I never actually knew what kind of game it was. I think it was something like similar to Sims and Animal Crossing. But it also seemed like goofy and weird. And I never looked into it that much that I would actually figure out what kind of the gameplay is. And when this was first showcased, it seemed really small in scope. Like the first trailer, and I think the trailer after that, they were showcasing like the small island, and then you had few characters there, and there was a focus on the weird dreams and weird things happening there. And I was like, it seems interesting, but it also seems like a quick cash-in between like the Animal Crossing games on the like a older IP that people want to be revived. But when we had the direct earlier this year, it proved all of my thoughts wrong. The game has so much scope and depth to it. Like some of the shots in the trailer showcasing like late game down, how much the island can grow and how much stuff there can be, was crazy. And I'm kind of interested in it. Like, on another hand, it's kind of matching my own humor with the silly stupid stuff in it. And at the same time, like, I could make some good clips out of that, I guess. So it's tempting me quite a lot, and I don't think it's a full price game either. Is it 50 or 60 euros? If it's 50, I'm very interested in it. So it's actually going to the excited pile. Like, before the direct it would have been on here, now it's here. I had a similar thing with Pogovia. Like, the first things that we saw about it was like centered around the first area, and they didn't show much. And I thought it would be like a little bit smaller in scope game. But now that I have it, there's so much stuff in there. I'm expecting similar things from this. So yeah, very excited for that one. So this was meant to be a faster video, so let me be a little bit faster with some of these. Hi on Life 2. I played the first game when it was in Game Pass. I think I recorded 1 or 2 videos on it, and I enjoyed that, but then when I played it after on my own, it was okay, but it wasn't as fun as like me making commentary on it. and I never ended up finishing it, and now I'm not at all interested for this game. Like, all the humor in it was fun, but then the actual gameplay structure, and it was kind of like a Metroidvania, wasn't it? I wasn't that into it. So yeah, funny game, but in the end, not for me, I guess. Then Turok. Let's go with this one. I only threw this one here because it's going to directly to this file. Like, I'm slightly interested in the older games that they have been re-releasing. Like, I kind of want to get one and see what those games are about. I think it's like a little bit like 007 and what is the other one? Well, I can't remember its name. With Joanna Dark. I can't remember the Perfect Dark, that is it. Like, it's similar to those. So I'm interested in the older games. When these got first showcased, my thought was like, well, what the hell is this? It looks the most generic shooter. I think after that reveal, when I have seen more of this, I haven't even paid that much attention to it. It could be cool, but not for me. And speaking of 007, this one, it would be a must-buy for me. Like, it's giving me all of the Uncharted vibes with the humor and kind of with the gameplay. But I need to see more of it on the Switch too. I don't think I have anything else that would run it well. I have a Series S, but I want to play it on my Switch too, and with mouse controls as well. So if it's performing well on the Switch, it's a must-buy for me, but I need to see more Switch gameplay. And then another one that I need to see more of on the Switch too is Elden Ring. I think this week was a GameSpot that had a video about like handheld gameplay on the Switch too. And the impressions of it were generally positive, made me hopeful for the board. I haven't played Souls-like games before. I want to give this one a go. I want to play it on my Switch too, but I think performance is so important for this type of game. Like, with the combat. You want to be precise and not hinder, like, with frame drops and stuff like that. So, it would go to the excited pile, but I need to see more Switch 2 gameplay. I need to see the review for it, basically. And what the price is as well. Then Dustplots is another Souls-like game from Software. We haven't seen much about it. It should be like PvE PvP game, which sounds exciting. Like, I'm kind of excited for it, but at the same time, should it be my first Souls-like game? I don't think so. I should probably start with something single player. Like, I would assume there's so much more complexity to this with the PvE multiplayer. Are you fighting against other players? So yeah, it's going to then need to see more of Pile. I also need to see what the actual gameplay loop is. See if that excites me. I'm trying to make bridges between the games with the teams. So with that, I need to see more of the gameplay loop. We can go to Splatoon Raiders then, because I think we don't know much about the gameplay loop here. I don't know, is it confirmed? Is it like a co-op game or a single player game? And is it like a roguelike or more like a co-op adventure game? Throughout the Switch's lifetime, I have wanted a Splatoon game that is fully focused on story, because the story stuff in it seems quite unique and intriguing. And I know the mainline games have single player stories in them, but it's not the focus of those games. And this could be it. But I don't think I think it's going to be like more of a co-op adventure. If that's the case, I'm not at all interested in it. But if it's a single player game that explores more about the world, the story, the lore, I would be more interested in it. So it's also going to need to see more of Pile. Let's do some fast progress with these. South of Midnight is something that I have already played on Game Pass, but after the Game Pass price increases, I stopped subscribing to it. I got like halfway through this game and I kind of think I need to restart it. just to like learn the gameplay again and kind of get a recap on the story and where I was. I think this was only 40 euros on the Switch too, which is basically almost 1 month of Game Pass Ultimate at the moment. So it wouldn't be a bad investment to buy this when it comes out, or maybe I buy it on sale when it's a little bit cheaper and complete the story. But what I played of it, I really enjoyed it. It was a very unique game. It had a really good soundtrack. I really enjoyed the story and the mini stories kind of that you went through in it as you advanced your journey in that world. Really cool game. And another Xbox game that I didn't complete is Indiana Jones. I played a lot of this game, but I also goofed around a lot in it and didn't make much progress. Like, I spent hours like toying with the NPCs, trying to build piles of them, toying with how they work. I don't think I ever left Rome. I think I got near to like finishing that chapter and getting to the next location. So because of that, and because there are a couple other Game Pass games that I want to get through, I'm kind of in between if I get these separately, or if I get Game Pass for a month and just grind through the games. But yeah, this one, I think it was 60 euros, like full priced game, so I'm a little bit more interested getting it on a sale. But again, a great game based on what I have played so far. Another last generation port is Kena Bridge of Spirits that I never got into playing. I think it's only on PlayStation and PC. It came later on the PC, and I think my PC couldn't run it. So this would be a cool place to experience it, but on the other hand, I don't know, like, the gameplay doesn't seem that interesting to me, and then I haven't seen much of the story. But what I have seen, it doesn't really grab me, so I think it goes like between two tiers. If it's on a really deep sale, I might give it a go. And also if the sequel that just got announced seems really interesting, then I want to go back and play this first. So yeah, I'm slightly interested in it. I think then I can go through the last RPGs on this list and start with Tales. I watch a lot of RPG channels based on like the RPGs that I play on YouTube, and this is one of the games that they all praise and say that it's a must play and the story is really cool. But what I don't really like, what I have seen trailers of this and like little snippets of gameplay, I'm not vibing with the characters for some reason. Not with their designs, not with their personalities, I don't know. I think if there's a demo, I give it a go and see if I like it. But it's going to the not interested part at the moment. If it's on a really deep sale and I don't have another RPG I'm playing at the moment, I might give it a go. Just because I have heard so many good things about it. The must-buy pile is looking a little bit empty at the moment, so we shall throw Fire Emblem Virgin Sweep there. At the moment I'm actually thinking about not wanting to see more of it. Like, I assume there will be a direct in March, either dedicated to that game or like mainline direct. And I don't know if I want to see more of it. Maybe like another story trailer at maximum. Otherwise, I just want to play that game. Like, Three Houses was so good. I'm just confident in the team making a great game that I like. Engage, I must say the story in that has me really worried. Like, I haven't played such a good game with such a bad story, especially the first 10 hours of it. So grind and predictable. I didn't vibe with it at all. I must say, like, closer to the end you get with it, it gets a little bit more interesting. But that's the only thing that has me worried. Engage's gameplay was amazing. It's basically the best strategy RPG I have ever played, like based on the gameplay. I adore it, but the story... But what I've heard, the narrative director, or whatever you call it, is the person who wrote Three Houses. So I'm a little bit more hopeful about this one. It's an absolute must-buy for me. Even if the story is ass, if the gameplay is at all on the level of N-Gage, I'm getting it. Now I said we would finish with the RPG, so Pokemon Winds and Waves that just got revealed, was it last week? Or 2 weeks ago? I was about to record my reaction to this, but I was a little bit tired that week, so I didn't. And when I saw it, I was like, I'm glad I didn't. I don't have much positives to say about it. All of the Pokemon games on the Switch have been disappointing. I got Let's Go when it released. It was my first Pokemon game I have ever played. And when I was playing through that, I was like, it looks nice. Gameplay is fun for the beginning. The story is I couldn't care less. And I think I played it for 10 hours and was like, okay, that was just okay. I have had my fun with it, I'm done with it, and got to something else. And then later on, Sword and Shield got revealed, and it was marketed as the first proper 3D open space or whatever you call it, Pokemon game. And I was really excited for that. The story also seemed interesting based on the trailers. And the first few areas looked really cool when I was playing it. Like the farmlands of the UK. But when you get to the more open spaces, they were just so empty looking. It didn't run the best. And then the Pokemon in the world just they are just there. They don't really interact with the world or do anything, I don't think. So it was a letdown. I think I played that game for 10 hours as well. And then I was like, the story is not hooking me, I'm just out with it. I'm not playing any of these. I think if I had watched the show as a kid, I would probably be a fan of the games, but I didn't watch it. I don't probably get the world like you would get if you watched the show. So I was just like, I'm done with these games, not buying them again. Then the first Arceus game came out and got really good reviews and looked interesting. And I was like, nah, I'm not getting that. The last game I was so disappointed by it. It left a mark in my mind, the Arceus game, and the good reviews for it, and how excited people were for that. And when they revealed Scarlet and Violet, people were saying oh, they are learning from what they did in Arceus and putting it here, it's open world, oh, it's so exciting. I was like, okay, I'm back on. I'm excited for this too. This is the Breath of the Wild moment for this series, let's go. And when I got the game, I had basically all the same problems that I had with Sword and Shield, even worse. I don't think it's controversial to say that game looked ass. Especially now that after the reveal of the Winds and Waves, you have seen the comparisons between this and Scarlet and Violet. It's so jarring. And then I have the same problems with it, the world looks empty. When I walk in it, there isn't really places, when I look distance, that I go I want to visit there, I want to see what is in there. And the Pokemon in the world, it looks like somebody has just thrown a pile of them in one spot, where they all are just flopping on the ground. And that's the world design. The story in that game was interesting, and I liked the school aspect of it, and I would have liked to continue that. But the rest of the game was so disappointing that I was just like, nah, I'm done with it. I'm waiting for the Switch 2 version because the performance was horrendous as well. And yeah, when I got the Switch 2, it was one of the first games that I tested. It fixed the performance, but the world still felt empty, and I wasn't excited to explore it. So I just gave up on it. And then again, the second Arceus game came last year and got really great reviews. And I was this close to getting it. I was back on the bandwagon again, but when I heard about the lack of voice acting and the story being good, and the good moments being exciting, but because of the lack of voice acting, they felt a bit jarring. at least what they said in the reviews, I was like, I'm going to pass on it. Like, the story really needs to click with me if I want to play that game. And yeah, that's a place where I was with these games at that point. And now that I have seen the reveal trailer for this, I understand that there are so many Pokemons that if they wanted to redo the whole art style, they would need to redo all of the Pokemon assets. And that's too tall of a ask. I understand that, but with the Switch 1 like Pokemon assets comes the limitation of what the art style I guess can look and how good it can look. And I don't like it. What I saw of the trailer, I think it still has the same problems that I had with the previous games. The world looks more detailed, yes, but what was shown, there wasn't really like anything that looked exciting to explore or I wanted to explore. The main location, the hotel, looked so boring to me. So yeah, I'm basically, it's going to this pile at the moment. I think when I see more of it, I might get a little bit more excited on it, but yeah. Sorry for being harsh on this and the whole series so far, but I have been really disappointed by those games. Kokobia is great though. Rant over. Let's just speed through rest of this. Most PI for hire. I didn't even know before this week that this was coming to the Switch. I don't know what else to say about it. It looks cool, but I don't think it's doing anything interesting apart from the art style. I have seen multiple trailers for it, and I don't think I have like anything that I remember about the story that is really important for me for a game like this. I don't know why I put this here because I don't have much to say about it. Like I can see it being really great and me being excited to play it when the reviews come out, but at the moment I'm interested in the art style, less so in the game itself. And also, I think I heard it was like closer to 20 hours long to play through it. Like if it was 5 to 10 hour game, I would be a little bit more excited to play through it. Yeah, I don't have much to say about that. Orbitals? Another game with a really unique art style. And I think it's safe to say that they are taking heavy inspiration from the Hazelight games, like It Takes Two or what was the newer one? Split Fiction. Which is okay, I think that genre needs more competition. This game has my interest. The art style is giving me like nostalgia vibes, but I don't know for what. And what we have seen of the narrative, it seems interesting. I'm like excited to explore more of the world and the gameplay loop. There isn't, like I said, there isn't many games like that. There are other Haze-like games that have been doing their own thing, and surprisingly few developers have like tried to copy that. Even though those have been really successful. So I'm not tired on that type of gameplay. And it also seems like in the Haze-like games, when you are playing, there's constantly like focus on the gameplay being varied, constantly doing new stuff, and constantly the story going on. The characters are yapping, which I really like. This game seems a little bit more focused on gameplay and platforming. Less so it being like constantly varied and more focused on like just, I don't know how to put it else than like focusing on platforming and what you can do with that and with 2 players. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see more. This game, I have heard really good things about the previous games. My rhythm sense is horrendous, which is limiting my excitement for this. And also not knowing how it will be priced. Like, if this is 40 euros, I don't think there's no chance I'm getting it 30 euros. I'm already like, then I would be like, tell me more. I'm kind of excited. So if this is like priced correctly, I would give it a go. It seems like a fun and unique game. I don't think I have played any rhythm games, so it would be a nice introduction to them. So it all depends on the price. The Lego Batman, whatever the title was, I can't remember it. Seems really interesting. Like, when it was first revealed, it legit looked like a Batman Arkham game. And it has been so long since we last had a game like that. a proper like a Batman game. And the Lego games are always fun. Like there's goofy humor that I'm kind of in for, especially if you are playing with a friend, so yeah. I'm excited for this. Not quite a must-buy yet. If it's coming in a gap that there aren't many games near it, I think I'm going to give it a go. And it's also a game that I know, or I think I know what I'm getting with it, and I like what I'm getting with it. So yeah, excited for them. And then finally, the Professor Layton New World of Steam, or whatever the title was. My goal for this game was that I would play through the series before it comes out. I started with the first game last year, really enjoyed it, then got to the second game, and got busy with school, and it kind of left in the background, and then there were other games that I started playing with my Switch. I didn't really have time to play it. I was like, I don't have the time to finish the series before this game comes out. It was meant to come out last year, and then it got delayed, and I was like, holy heck, I have more time. Now I'm just going to speedrun through the series. Now I have the time. And I started playing the second game again, and I played a couple of hours, and then something else came out, and I completely dropped out of it. I haven't touched it since. I actually don't know where I'm going with that. I don't know how do I connect it to this. Like, it's taking a little bit of the excitement that I'm missing out on some of the story, I guess. But not really. Apparently this is start of like a new trilogy. So am I missing on that much? Like, it's a must-buy based on the first game when it comes out, if it reviews well. That's it, that's my ranking. I'm actually surprised there isn't that many must-buys here. I thought there would be many, maybe that could be there, that could easily be there. These could easily be here, yeah. It's like it is now. I'm happy with it. So, I don't think I should ask you what you think of this, because it's my opinion, it doesn't matter what you think of this. But I would like to ask you, what games are you excited for the Switch to? Or other platforms, some of these are on other platforms, or are coming to other platforms, so yeah. What games are you interested for? Are there some massive ones that I forgot to put here? Off the top of my head, there aren't many, like Pokemon Champions maybe, but I don't have much to say about them. I'm happy with the list. That was the random upload series, Saturday upload series for this week. I'm messing up my words already, I'm getting tired, so I'm ending this here. All I have to say anymore is thank you for watching. Especially if you struggled through the ending. I lost the plot here. Have a nice weekend, everybody. And I see you here next time. Whatever it is that I upload. Hopefully Resident Evil. Let's see. Goodbye.